Hello everyone, this is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Today I have my questions and answers video for July, and I received quite a bit of questions, so I'm going to get into it. I have questions from YouTube, Facebook, and also Instagram. And I have my drink here to keep me hydrated because I do have a lot of questions and I will be doing a lot of talking. So get your drink and join me. My first question comes from Choosing Treasure, and she asked a question on last month's Q&A video, and she wanted me to answer it this time around. And she asked, what one lesson would you like to pass on to your children? Well, as you know, I have two boys, Morgan, who's 14, and Mason, who's 12. And the most important thing I want to teach them is how to have a hard-working, strong work ethic. Because I think that is so important and it will take you so far. And it's a great way to put to use the skills and abilities that God has given them. They're both very fine boys. They're a mother's dream, and I love them to pieces. They're teenage boys, so their ambition level is not extremely high right now, but I believe that modeling a strong work ethic and the ability and desire to work hard will get them where they need to go when they're off on their own and able to think back to these moments where I, get on them about doing work, and they'll remember it and they'll put it to good use in the rest of their lives. So I think teaching them how to work hard and using their skills and abilities to the best that they can. Okay, so thanks for that question. That was the only one I had from YouTube. And if you ask a question on YouTube and you want me to answer it in a next Q&A video, just indicate that on your comment, because otherwise I'll just answer it right away. Okay, then I'm going to take questions from my Facebook page. If you don't know, I have a Facebook page. It's called the Pink to Paris page. The link for it is down below in the description box. And I got 3 questions there. Okay, my first question comes from Cheryl Wright Gardner, and she asks, if there was only one luxury piece you can take on holiday, which one would it be and why? And that would definitely be my Neverfull MM, probably my monogram one, because I don't have to worry about color transfer or anything like that. And the reason I would take that bag is because it is so versatile. It carries a ton. I can use it as a carry-on, and then I can use it as a purse, as a tote bag. I can use it for anything and carry anything and feel like I've got all my stuff with me. And if I go shopping, I've got a big bag to carry with me. So I would definitely make sure I had my Neverfull MM with me. Okay, the next question comes from Charlene Tony, and she asks, do you have a pink car? And then she says, LOL, just wondering. And I don't have a pink car yet. I am extremely interested in someday having a pink car. Right now I have my convertible Volkswagen Beetle, and when I bought that I intended to have it custom painted pink, but then I realized that a few years down the road I would have 2 teenage boys that I have to take to high school and baseball games and things like that, and I really didn't think that they would appreciate me driving them around in a pink car. So when they're driving and on their doing their thing, I hopefully someday will be able to purchase or have a pink car custom painted for myself. That would be a dream come true. Great question. Okay, the next question on Facebook comes from Trisha Thomas, and she says, what do you do to relax and pamper yourself? Great question. Let me have a sip of my drink for that. Well, for pampering myself, I actually go to the nail spa every other week to have a pedicure and a manicure. I have not done my own nails or toes in years, so that's one thing I do to pamper myself. The other thing I do is I go to the hair salon and get my hair done every 2 weeks. Nothing major, just a blowout, and it's really relaxing. I love to have my hairstylist playing in my hair and doing that thing. It's really relaxing for me, and it's very pampering. I'm not good at doing my own hair. I can in a pinch, but I choose not to. So that's the thing I do. I think that's the top of my list for pampering. For relaxing, I love to curl up on my couch with a blanket, sit in the sun, and either read magazines, talk on the phone, or just watch YouTube. So that's what I love to do to relax and pamper myself. Okay, so those were my questions from Facebook. Now let's go over to Instagram, where I put a post up about a week ago asking for questions. And the first one comes from Sandra Melina 80. And she asks, "Hi Brooke, I was wondering if you decided to keep both of your mono Neverfulls. Love your channel. You're such a nice person. Love from the Netherlands." Thank you very much, and love from the United States. For right now, I decided to keep both of my monogram Neverfulls. If you've been watching me, you know that I have the classic monogram that I bought about 4 years ago with the beige interior. And then this past May, a few months ago, I bought the Neverfull in monogram, same size, MM, but it's got the rose ballerine interior, because you know I'm just a pink girl. I love pink, and when that combination came out, I had to have it. Now, I love having the older bag because it's a great bag that I don't have to worry about. So when I do travel, I can take one. I don't have to worry about it getting knocked around. The vachetta is very, very lived in. And it has some wear and tear that I might do a video about. But in the future, I plan on getting the Damier Ben bag with the rose ballerine lining, and that'll be an all-weather bag for me. So I don't know if I'll need that plus the old monogram. So I'm deciding that maybe when I get that bag, when it comes out, I'll sell my old Neverfull. So keep an eye out. I'll put a posting on Instagram if I do decide to sell it. And that's just where I'm at right now. Right now I'm keeping it because I need a knock around bag. And that one has definitely been knocked around and doesn't mind it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Thanks for the question. The next question comes from Marilyn Lee Hepburn, and she asks, "Would you ever travel to Australia? What do you think of the Australian accent?" And then in parentheses, she writes, "I'm that little Aussie teenager that spams your Snapchat sometimes, so you've heard my voice." And then she says, "Love you, by the way." And I love you too. You're very sweet. You do pop in my Snapchat quite often, and I love that. I do love the Australian accent. And would I ever go to Australia? Yeah, definitely. I would love to go all over the world, and that's definitely a beautiful sounding place. I would go there. Long flights don't bother me whatsoever. It's just a matter of getting enough time to make it worthwhile, because if I take 2 days to get there, I don't want to have to turn around after a week and do it all over again. So definitely would love to go to Australia. Hopefully I could meet you someday. I love your accent. Very cute girl. And thanks so much for following me here and on Snapchat. And keep those snaps coming, okay? The next question comes from Kay Cheesy. And she says, "Hi Brooke, I saw that you got an iPhone 6 folio from Louis Vuitton. How do you like it?" And she says, "Much love." Much love back to you too. And here it is. Here's my folio that I have from Louis Vuitton. I have the monogram exterior and the pink, I forgot what they called it, the rose colored lining on the inside, and I love it. I have never taken my phone off of it, and I've had it for several months, so it sticks very well. You just can't beat it. And I hear that you can actually take it off of the case, your phone off of the case, hundreds of times without losing the stickiness of the case. And if it does lose the stickiness, you can bring it in and have it repaired. I love that it has the little pockets here on the side. Here, I'll close this. I love that it has the pocket here on the side and also one in here, which is great for holding like a room key to a hotel or a receipt that you need to keep track of, keep at hand readily. Another thing I like to put in there are when you go to a parking lot or a parking garage and they give you a little ticket that you have to have validated validated later. It's right here by my phone, and so it's great for carrying little things conveniently that you need to keep at hand. Like I said, the phone doesn't slip off. I hold it like this a lot to talk on the phone, and it bends back and forth without any cracking, without any wear or tear or anything like that. So this is a great little number. I don't think that they have the pink one anymore, and this is a size iPhone 6, but they have other colors, and it's a great little gadget. They really did a good job with the technology on this, and I love it. So thanks for that question, and thanks for watching my channel. And the next question comes from Silk Loves Silver. And she says, how does your work environment react to your love of luxury and pink? I started my first job in June and do not know how much I can show. Thanks. Well, first of all, I have my own office at work, and it is decked out in pink. Everybody is used to me now because I've been there for 5 years, and they know that when they come into my office, they're going to see some pink. So that's one thing. Now the luxury items, unfortunately, I bring my bag to work every day, and until recently, it's always been on the ground and no one could see it. But now I had a pink pedestal made so that my purse sits on display, and so you can see it as soon as you walk in the room, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. Not many people even know what Louis Vuitton is where I work, so that's one thing that helps. But if they did and I don't know, if they had a problem with it, I don't care. I just love to see my bag, and I don't know, it maybe makes me work harder because I want more. So that's one thing. But do what feels comfortable for yourself. Don't do it in the spirit of showing off, because that never works. I don't show off at all. I just do me, and the way I express myself is the way I express myself, and the things I love, well, that's it. I do come across a few people at work that do like the same things, and we can talk about it. That's wonderful. The people that don't want to, well, we can talk about other things. So keep it in that kind of mind frame, but don't feel bad about the things you have. There's nothing wrong with luxury, otherwise it wouldn't be in the world. There's nothing wrong with working hard and playing hard and getting things that you want and having nice things. Nothing wrong with that. So you do you, okay? And keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. And congrats on the new job. Talking too much. The next question comes from Balance and Grace, and she simply asks, when do you plan to come back to New York City? Well, I would love to come back to New York City in a heartbeat. My husband is trying to get me to stop buying plane tickets because if you've been following me, I've been traveling a lot this year. I love traveling. I think I'm becoming addicted to it, and if it was up to me, I would be in New York this fall for Gen Beauty. I still might come. But I love it there. I was in there last February, and did I go twice last year? I can't remember, but it's a wonderful city. I love it. I used to live in Brooklyn, and I hope to be out there either by the end of 2016 or early 2017. If I come, I'll put something on Instagram and let me know if you live there so that we can meet up. I would love to meet subscribers that live out in New York. I would love to meet subscribers that live anywhere. So if you live in LA, I'll be there in July. So there's a posting on my Instagram letting you know my dates. And if you're going to be there, let me know. We can hook up. Hopefully. Okay, the next question comes from Renee. Yeah. And she says, have you ever considered getting the Louis Vuitton Agenda and MM? I was recently looking into purchasing an Agenda PM and then saw the MM. I love my MM. Well, no, I've never considered buying the MM. The PM serves my lifestyle perfectly fine because I only use it to make quick notes on a calendar. But the MM is great. It's got a lot of size and space. It's much more versatile, and it still fits in a bag. So that is really good about it. So I'm really glad you got one and that you love it. It's just not for me. I'm really fine with the PM right now. And then she also asked, do you have a hair routine? And I get asked about my hair a lot. I don't have a hair routine on my channel, but I'm thinking about putting one up. So if you are interested, let me know. But basically, my hair is relaxed. I have no gray hair. I'm 45, never had a gray hair on my head. And I see a hairstylist every 2 weeks. And I get my trim every 6 weeks. And I get a blowout every 2 weeks. And do some basic styling on my own that I know how to do. Just basics with the hot flat iron. And that's about it. But if you want to see something more formal, let me know. And if enough people comment that they want to see a hair routine, I'll do something a lot more formal in a separate video. Thanks for the question. The next question comes from Teresa Spike. She says, "Hi Brooke, I love Tiffany jewelry as much as you do, and I was wondering if you have your eye on a piece to add to your collection next." Thank you so much. And yes, I do love Tiffany, and I do have a piece that's on my wish list. It is the Return to Tiffany heart tag pendant in the medium size. I'd like to put it on a simple 18-inch chain, which is about the same length as this, and have the medium heart tag just displayed on there. I think that would look really nice with simple necklines or with turtlenecks. So that's the next thing that's on my wish list. I do have a really large Tiffany collection, and I think that would be really nice to have next. So thank you for the question. My next question comes from Bishop J. Thornton, and she asks, "Do you have the LV umbrella? If so, which size do you have?" And no, I do not have the LV umbrella. I know that they sell one, but it's never appealed to me. Because I'm really rough on umbrellas and they tend to get broken very fast, and that's the last thing I want to have happen to something that costs that much. But they're gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't want one? But I just don't have one, and I don't plan on getting one anytime soon. The next question comes from, I have to spell this, HXMZXH_K. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. But she says, "Hi, love your YouTube feed." Thank you. "What is your favorite Chanel product and why is it so? Absolutely love your videos." Oh, thank you so much. My favorite Chanel item, well, I only have two Chanel items besides makeup, and that is my Chanel earrings, my CC earrings, and also my CC brooch. And I'm wearing my earrings right now. I'll put a close-up picture in this video, but the reason they're my favorite, the earrings are my favorite, is because it's the very first thing I bought at a Chanel boutique. And the experience was so lovely, and I had so much fun, and I love these earrings. I wear them not just for special occasions, but anytime. And I really feel dressed up and glamorous and like I've stepped into the Chanel world, and that's why they're my favorite. And it looks like the last question comes from Riley Dog 00. And she asks, "Could you share the source and dimensions of the strap that you are using in your Damier Azur pochette as shown in your July 4th vlog?" So on the 4th of July, I did a vlog, and the video is up on my channel. And I was wearing this bag right here. But since I wanted to be extremely hands-free that day, I took off the strap that comes with the bag, and I added a crossbody strap that looks like this. It's not the Louis Vuitton strap, but it looks extremely like Louis Vuitton because the edges here look like what you would find on an LV bag. But I got this on eBay, and I looked to see if the seller is still selling it, but he's not. But just in case, the information is the Vachetta leather crossbody shoulder strap, and it's 48 inches long, which was perfect on me, and I'm 5'3". And the seller's name on eBay is LV Classics Monogram, all one word. And I paid $39.99 for this, and like I said, it was the thinner strap, 48 inches long, was perfect to hit me on the hip with the bag and go across my body in the front, crossbody. So that was perfect. I also used it on my monogram bag when I was in France, and I love it on the pochettes. I'm not really much of a crossbody person, but with a smaller bag and a thinner strap, I can manage, especially when the need for being hands-free is great. So that was my last question. I thank you all so much for asking questions and wanting to spend this time with me and wanting to get to know me better. I would appreciate it if you just keep these questions coming, either in my comment section or when I post formally for doing these videos. That would be great. And like I said, you can ask me anything ranging from personal life to luxury, beauty, fashion, so on and so forth. If it's not too terribly personal or embarrassing, I will answer it on camera here. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video and like hanging out with me and my Hello Kitty cup, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my YouTube channel here, Pink to Paris. I would greatly appreciate that as well. So until next time, I'll be back soon with another video. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.